up, y'all? Hopefully you can hear me. I've never done this before. Live from the car, driving. Probably not the most safe thing, but I'm not going to be looking at you very often. I'll probably just keep my face straight. But if you can hear me, let me know, because I can't really tell unless you tell me you can hear me. So, can you hear me? All right, loud and clear. Good deal. All right. So, chilling, driving home, on the way. Got about 2 hours and 46 minutes, give or take. Really not that far for me. Columbus is only about 3.5 hours. 3 hours and 40 minutes with traffic, usually. So, not awful, but doing it alone. Well, not alone, because I got all y'all with me here, so that's good. But we bowled a regional today and yesterday. We had practice the day before, and it went all right. I got kind of mixed feelings on everything. I'm gonna kind of explain some things here. I did record all the games, so now I have 20 games of footage to upload, so that'll be fun to watch. I'll probably break them up into a couple games apiece instead of doing it one game at a time like I was before. Nice to be able to post a video every day, but we're going to break them up a little bit, I think. So, especially match play. Match play, those games go by pretty quick, but we bowled 12 games today. It was rough. Like, that pattern was hard, very tough, very flat. And let's just say this. The 3 guys that finished in the top 3 all used Purple Hammer. All right-handed, all used Purple Hammer. And then you had Novak, who finished 4th. I don't think he ever uses urethane. But, so I ended up finishing 2nd. Had a chance to win. I started the game with front 6. Threw a couple of bad shots for a couple of lucky strikes there. So it was front 6 that probably shouldn't have been front 6. But I had a chance at the end to throw a couple strikes and force them to double, because I was down almost 50 pins. I don't remember. Actually, it was 50 something, I think. So I needed to win by basically 30 pins and get the bonus. This is one of those events where that's what's kind of frustrating, is I knocked down more pins than everybody, but I still don't win because I didn't win enough matches. I won one less, one too few matches, but I did knock down more pins than everybody, but I finished 2nd. So, I mean, that happens. It's the good and the bad of the bonus pins. I've been on the good side of the bonus pins before, so can't really be too mad. I've benefited from them, and I've been the opposite of the benefit many times when it comes to bowling bonus pins too. So it is what it is. That's kind of how things go for the most part. But I had a pretty good look for most of the day, and it was just so weird. But here's the frustration. This is where I'm a little annoyed. I didn't have this problem at all yesterday. Yesterday it was good. Didn't have any issues with my feel or anything. I woke up this morning with a super tight back, and I don't know if it was because of the bed I was sleeping in. I don't know. But my lower back was super tight. It took me, I don't think it ever really got fully loose. So I was a little tentative, not staying down on shots as well as I should have. And I think that may have been causing some issues that I was having with my feel. Because it was really weird. There was random times when my ball just felt like it would either fall off my hand or it would hang up. And I know a lot of you have probably heard me talk about that issue before. And it's a me issue. It's not a fit. Like, it's not the thumb. Because I didn't have the issue at all yesterday. I bowled pretty good yesterday. I think they were harder yesterday because of how many people were actually on the lanes. But today, only having 16 guys out there, everybody pretty much knowing what they're doing, everybody playing the lanes fairly similar. It made them a little softer today, but scores were still pretty low. But I think it was because, I don't know if it was my back or what, but it was causing me to pull down from the top of the swing a little bit too much at times. And when I did that, it caused either my hand to hang up in the ball or to clear it too fast. And those were my really bad shots. And I tell you what, when I threw bad shots today, they split 90% of the time. Yesterday, I didn't have that because I wasn't having this weird hang, or my bad shots were marginal yesterday. So they were getting 9 or sometimes even striking. And that's kind of what you're going for. So when you're not, so I'm happy to have had a chance, even with the issues I was dealing with. Oh, and here's the other weird thing. I'm having issues with my black tape sticking inside my thumb hole. Like there was 2 back-to-back frames yesterday where the tape fell out of my ball in the back. It came back without the black tape in the back. Now, granted, I use white tape in the front also, but the black tape fell out of the ball. Like it was super weird. I didn't understand how that was possible, but every time I came back, you could see the tape was sliding up, like it just wasn't sticky or something. Today, I put a piece of white tape, recommendation from Mike Eaton said put a piece of white tape in there, then put a piece of black. The only issue with that is white tape's just, it's a little thicker than the black. So I don't know. It worked though, for the most part. I did have that issue one time today, but throughout most of the day, it wasn't an issue. But yeah, I think my bad shots today were a result in me pulling it down from the top or something strange because of, that twinge in my back. I can still feel it. It's not as bad right now. It's nice. It's a lot more loose than it was because, I just put a bunch of games on. But, my hand doesn't hurt at all. I was having issues where I was getting a little sore on that inside part of my thumb. That's gone. Didn't have that issue today. And today I was like, my wrist is a little sore because I was jamming on a purple hammer the entire day. Because they were tight. Like the lanes were really tight in the middle part of the lane. Like not the middle as in the middle of the lane, but the middle as in from 15 to about 25 feet. Lots and lots of oil there. So they were super tight there. So you had to get your urethane ball to start up, and you couldn't use reactive because reactive gave you super over-under. At least most people couldn't use reactive. I think Brandon Novak was the only one to make it work. And, once the lanes broke down, he started striking a little bit. But in the beginning, this ball didn't look very good. But it showed because he was actually minus at one point, I think, throughout the day. And then he climbed his way all the way back up to 4th. So he put some games together there to climb back up to the top 5. But yeah, they were just so tight in the middle of the lane. You had to get your urethane ball to start up quick enough. And my best adjustment for the weekend was just to hit it harder, was just to try to grab it a bit more with my hand, which took a little bit of wrist from me, and a little bit of up hit, which, I'll never teach that unless you're throwing urethane. You can get away with hitting up on it with urethane. You can't really get away with that with reactive. So a little bit opposite of what I'm used to. I'm used to trying to be super soft at the bottom, just floating it through there. But today, I couldn't do that. Today, I had to grab at it. I had to jam on it with my fingers a little bit. So I'm gonna post these videos. Game 7, or what was it? Game 11. It's probably game 10, 11, and 12 today. I'm gonna have to. I probably won't edit it out, but you'll hear me throw some F-bombs there at the end. Like I was mad. Like it was happening more at the end than it was. And my ball reaction was kind of starting to go away. Pulled it together game 11, 12. I bowled 220 the last 2. But before that, it was like, man, every time I had an opportunity to catch up to the leaders, because most of the day I was sitting 3rd, I was about 90 back from both 2nd and 3rd place, or 2nd and 1st place. So I had to make a move somewhere. And every time I had an opportunity where, the 2 Mikes, Mike Davison and Mike Eaton, were shooting 170 or 180, I was doing the same thing. So they're shooting 170 or 180. If I could just bowl 220 or 230, I could make up 50 pins, in a game. But I just couldn't get it going. So those were the times when it was really frustrating. Like I started the day, I bowled 220 and lose the first game. Mike bowls 250 against me, or 240. And the very next game, I bowled 279. And I beat Graham. He bowled 277. And I'm like, okay, got a good ball reaction. I'm throwing it pretty well. Go to the next pair. I bowl 160. Like, did I not just shoot 270? Like, what in the world just happened? All of a sudden, I have nothing. I'm throwing it all over the place. I can't get my ball to. Sorry about the shaking, but I don't have a choice. I'm driving, hitting bumps and stuff. So hopefully nobody gets seasick. But I'm throwing it all over the place. I can't get my ball to do the same thing twice because I'm throwing it all over the place. I ball 160. It's like, man, I just gained all that ground just to give it right back. I went from wherever I was. I think I was fourth after game one, and I jumped into the lead game two, and then I jumped back to like fifth game three, and then I bowled 270 again game four. So I bowled 270, 160, 270, and then I bowled 220 and lose, and then I bowled like 180 again. It's like, man, every time I had an opportunity to make something happen, I couldn't make it happen. So I had three really bad games. I bowled 160 twice, and I bowled 180. And I just bowl 180 somewhere instead of 160, I win. But I don't. Or if I just win one more match, I win. So I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. It was a little frustrating most of the time, but it's pretty good. All in all, with the issues, still finding a way to finish second means I'm, somewhat sharp. Been bowling quite a bit, practicing quite a bit, so be ready for the next couple of weekends. That'll climb me in the points. I think I was like 13th in the points going into the day, so that'll climb me up probably into the top 8. Got to be in the top 8 to get into the RPI. I don't think I'll have an issue getting in there, but I've cashed at every event so far. I've bowled 4 or 5 events now, and I've cashed in all of them. But I've only made match play twice now, because the last 3 events I missed 3 weeks ago or whatever. 3 events ago, I missed by a single pin. I ended up 17th out of they took 16 by a single pin. The very next week, I finished 13th, and they cut 12, and I missed by like 7 pins there. And then the next event after that, I finished 18th, and I missed top 16 by, I think it was like 16 pins or something. So a combined total of maybe 25 pins in 3 weeks. I've missed match play 3 times in a row. And then this week I qualified third, finished second. So a little better this week. I'd rather have that type of a week than, don't get me wrong, cashing is nice, but you're not really looking for cash. You're looking for titles. So frustration is real, because second is really the first loser, right? That's how it goes. But got doubles next weekend. Going to Joliet, Illinois, to bowl doubles with the guy I pretty much always bowl doubles with, Mr. Ernie Segura, coming back off of we'll call it an injury, a little bit of a health situation that he's got fixed up now, it seems, and he's bowling a bunch again. So hopefully we can bowl pretty good next weekend together. It's a senior regular event. No, I'm not the senior. I know I look like it, but I'm not the senior. So I get to be the young guy. I've still got 13 years before I get to be the senior. So yes, I know. I look like I'm in my 40s at least, but I'm only in my 30s. I'm not that old yet. So, I mean, this hat makes me look younger, right? Take it off and all of a sudden adds 10 years. So I used to wear a hat all the time when I was younger. It's probably why I went bald, because I was wearing a hat all the time. So I figured, heck, might as well go grab a couple hats and start wearing hats again, because cover up that baldness and I could look prettier than I already was. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a good-looking dude. Sorry, guys, ladies. I'm a good-looking dude. I can't help it. Even better with a hat. Cover up the baldness. I know. I'm being weird. I don't care. Eat my protein bar. 30 grams of protein. It's good stuff. All right, get back in the gym this week. Took a couple days off getting ready for this weekend. Did nothing about practice. Technically, practice is pretty good work. Good little workout. Bowled a bunch of games leading up to the weekend. Plus practice on Friday. 8 games yesterday plus practice. 12 games today plus practice. So, good little workout there. You won't believe it. Most people won't. Anybody that follows me on social media. Or if you look back at some of my older videos, you can see how big I was when I worked at Turbo. I was around 246 pounds. I'm now down to 188. I feel like I packed on a few pounds over the last couple weeks, though. Pretty cruddy eating. Gonna have to get back onto some good eating. So tonight I'll get home and make some good healthy food. 54, full head of hair. Yeah. Good for you. Nobody's happy for you. Just kidding. I'm just jealous. I wish I had a full head of hair. But I can't afford a hair transplant, so if I could win an event, even then I couldn't afford it. But that's okay. We will try. We will try better next time. We got 2 weeks in a row now. We got doubles next weekend, and then we got singles in Angola, another Central regional. So that'll be fun. I always like that center. I've done okay there. I think I've made the cut every time there, so should do well again this year. 32-foot wolf. I like me some shorter patterns. I like to play straighter. Believe it or not. Everybody's always like, man, all these reviews, all you ever do is stand left and throw it right. Well, because I'm bowling on a leak pattern and I'm doing a review, starting straight, moving left. That's what happens. That's the whole point of the review. But if I have my choice, I like playing straighter. If I can go up the lane, man, this road's bumpy. If I can go up the lane a little bit straighter angles, that's my forte. That's what I love to do. Don't get to do it very often, but I love when I see shorter patterns. Although, like today, I finished game 12 looping the lane with urethane. It's probably in at like 16, 17, throwing it right. Still striking. But started the day right around 6, 7 up the lane with I used a combination of both the new and the old purple hammer. The majority of the day was with the old purple hammer because the older ones, maybe it's just because there's more games on them. I don't know. It's possible. Who knows? But the older ones seem to be a little bit cleaner and just a little bit more pop down lane. This road is awful. Like, what in the world? We're in Ohio. We're not in Michigan. These roads should be way better. I mean, it is a construction zone, but still. Nothing irritates me more. Well, there are things that irritate me more, but that's all old saying. That's what you're supposed to say is you start with nothing irritates me more because it makes you seem like you're really mad. But nothing irritates me more than bumpy roads and construction zones. Construction zones drive me nuts, especially in Michigan. It seems like every summer in Michigan, the same roads are under construction. Like, how are you working on the same roads every single year? And it's not like it's not like it's just a couple of weeks. No, they're under construction the entire summer. And then they usually don't even finish until the middle of winter or something. It's ridiculous. I don't understand. It makes no sense. Like 59 in Macomb County, just north of Detroit, 59 is awful. It's always under construction every single year. And then 75 is under construction basically from as soon as you get into Michigan all the way north, basically. That's just how it goes. It's stupid. Frustrating. And now I got a live stream and I'm sitting here bouncing all over the place because the roads are awful. But I gotta get to a chiropractor. That's what I gotta do. But I'm telling you, that's why my back is sore, is because I didn't work out enough this week. So I didn't work my legs enough. So my back tightened up on me. I bet you that's what it is. So I'm gonna have to hit the gym as whoever that is. Vefika. Is that how you say that? Vefika Fedrick. Hit the gym. I'm gonna hit the gym. I just hope it doesn't hit me back. That'd be bad. Mike Davison ended up winning. Mike Davison. He climbed his way up. He had a big game. Big game 10 to get the lead. And then he bowled 2-0 game 11 and still won his match. I bowled 220 game 11. I had a chance to double in the 10th for 240, which would have got me within. All I would have had to do was just win the match then. But because I didn't double, I bowled 220. I had to beat him by 30 pins. So it cost me a little bit. I threw a good shot in the 10th and wrapped 10. And the 10 actually even moved a little bit, which is frustrating. There we go. There's a little bit better road. Now we're off of that garbage. So maybe we'll be a little bit cleaner now. But, yeah, Mike bowled pretty good. You know, he's always been a good bowler. Everybody knows that. Made the Players Championship show out there. So he's put the time in. He throws it really good. I think he might actually has only bowled 2 Central Region events, and he's won them both, I think. That's kind of crazy to think about. But maybe not. I don't know. I have to look at the stats. But anybody else bowl anything this weekend? Oh, that reminds me. I gotta give some bowling balls away this month again. I think I'm 2 balls behind. So we're gonna have to do a bowling ball drawing. So those of you on my channel, the LTC channel, JR Raymond channel, if you're not a member, hit that join button and you'll be able to win bowling balls. We got over 200 members, so for every 100 members, I give away a free ball of choice. It's got to be a ball that is found on BowlerX.com. It's got to be a ball on there, and I order it straight from BowlerX. So ship it right to you. So if you're not a member, which I can see a few of you are not, click that join button. It's $4.99. Membership. It normally gets you some exclusive footage, but the Mic'd Up series is just such good content for everybody. Because A, you get to see me fry out a lot. And B, you get to hear me, talk about the moves and the changes. And, threw one bad, threw one good, threw that one really good. You just get to kind of see what's going through my head when I'm bowling these events. You get to see me get mad in certain situations, which is kind of cool. I almost kicked something today. I was pretty mad. And the things that get me mad, it's not bad breaks. They don't make me mad. It's bad execution. Like when it's me, when something's happening that I can't control, or I don't know what it is that I can't fix it. Those are the problems. Those are what make me mad. If I'm throwing it, good and just not striking, I mean, it's frustrating, but it's not infuriating like throwing bad shots. Like today, all the bad shots I threw, like they weren't bad. They were awful. Like they were just awful. And they split almost every time. As bad shots should, but when you're matched up like I was, like my ball reaction was pretty dang good. So, bad shots really should be marginal shots. And you need to, when those marginal shots happen, they either need to get 9 or they need to, strike. And that's how you win. But as many bad shots as I threw today, the fact that I finished second is a miracle in itself, because even though just think about that for a minute. I threw that many bad shots. In my opinion, I threw a lot of bad shots today, a lot more today than yesterday. And I still knocked out more pins than anybody else. That's crazy. That's how good my ball reaction was most of the day. The times when my ball reaction was bad, I paid for it. I bowled 160, which sucks. And that's frustrating because that was Title 5 right there. I could have had it. Gave it away. But that's the way things go. That's bowling. You win some, you lose some. Sometimes bonus pins help you. Sometimes they hurt you. And I'm out of water. Dang it. That ain't good. Need more water. Need more water. Last bite of protein. Victor, I feel you. I feel you. I'm not a fan of bad games. But you need to click that join button, Victor. Calling you out. You're not a member. You know how I know that? Because you don't have one of them badges next to your name. So if you're watching on the BowlerX channel, you need to jump over to my channel and click that join button. And then you have a chance to win some bowling balls every month. It's pretty sweet. Pretty awesome. Those of you on Facebook, you need to do the same thing. Jump over to my YouTube page and click that join button. It's the only way you have a chance to win. Only way. You know what the problem with protein bars are? They got pretty good flavor, but they are dry. Really dry. What balls did you throw today? Any of the swagger stuff? Well, it's swag, first off. Swagger would be a better name, though. I do like that. Swagger bowling. Boom. No, I didn't throw anything today other than a purple hammer. I had 2 different purple hammers. Getting out of urethane was not an option. Was not an option. I threw the purple hammer all day yesterday, except one game. One game I threw the IQ Tour to grind out 2-0 or 199 or whatever my last game was. I was just trying not to give up pins. I already bowled 170 game 7. I didn't want to bowl 170 again, so I needed to grind out at least 2-0. So I did. I switched to reactive, moved in, caught a 3-bagger in the middle of the game, bowled 199. So I was pretty happy with that. Now, you know you're eating one is the problem. What's wrong with a protein bar? I mean, they're not the greatest for you, but when I don't have, like, those are better options for me, well, in situations like this, rather than stopping and getting, like, fast food. Like, because then I can get enough protein. It's 30 grams. So, yeah, there's some added stuff in it that's kind of not great for you, but way better than fast food or some other meal that I have to eat in the car. And that's just not really possible. I can't stand eating in the car. It's annoying. It's hard to do. Although this car is equipped with a fry holder over here at the door. It's very nice. Little handle area. Holds a thing of fries perfectly. I like it. But I can't really have fries anymore. Gotta get rid of the rest of these man boobs here. Get back in the gym and tighten them up, you know? Maybe do some squats. Tighten up the booty. Whatever. I think I'm zoning out. A little tired. A little beat up. I need more water. Dang it. I got an old coffee in here. I'll drink my old coffee. It's cold, but it's wet. I've done pretty good, though. Like, I think the biggest attribute to the weight loss and stuff has been no pop and very little sugar. I haven't gotten rid of sugar completely, you know, but I can count on one hand the amount of foods that I've had that have, like, added sugars in them, like candy bar or something like that. Count on one hand over the last 3 months how many candy bars and stuff I've had, you know, that are actually not good. So I think that's the attribute that for the weight loss for the most part, which has helped my gain a little bit, I think. I mean, you get rid of nearly 50 pounds, I'd say that probably is going to make things a little easier on you. You'd think my back would feel better because of, you know, the less weight on your back. But man, I go a week without, not even a week, it was like 4 days. 4 days without working out, and my back screaming at me saying, no, you need to do more core work. Get back in the gym. Well, the good thing is now the children's place areas at the gym are open. So I can join up with LA Fitness by me because they have a good children's area where I can take my kid with me in the morning. That's always been the problem. Like during COVID and stuff, I had to work out at home, and I have been working out at home because the kids area has been closed. And you can't obviously take a kid into the gym, so I have not been able to go to the gym. So now I will, before I head to work each day, so tomorrow will probably be the first day, I will go to the gym in the morning, and then I will go to work afterwards. Because like LA Fitness is the best because there's a hot tub, perfect for my back. There's a pool if I wanted to swim. There's basketball courts and all that, racquetball, stuff like that. And then they have showers. So I can literally pack a bag, pack the kids' bag, go to the gym, spend 2 hours or so there, work out, sit in the hot tub afterwards, relax, take a shower, go to work, go to the shop. For those of you who don't know, we have the Pro Shop at Waterford Lanes. It is BowlerX Pro Shop. We call it BowlerX Pro Shop and Training Center, or Training Center and Pro Shop, whichever way you want to look at it. But we have that one in Waterford. So if you're in the area, come hit us up. Come see us. I got another class starting up soon. It's going to be, I don't know if I'm going to start an advanced class coming up probably at the beginning or right before the season starts. It'll be probably on Mondays, I would think. No, it'll probably be on Tuesdays. It'll be after these classes. Right now I have a Tuesday, Wednesday class going. And it goes 6 weeks. This is the second set of them. And we filled them up, so that's pretty good. But I think I'm going to start another Monday class. Not this coming Monday, so not tomorrow. Maybe the week after. And take 8 more bowlers into that. So we will do another normal off-season training class like that, and then probably 2 or 3 weeks before the season, so like it'll be like the second week of August maybe is when we'll start an advanced class, and it'll be a lot more detail into it, a lot more into the physical game, teaching the physical game. It'll be actually a little bit of helping you become a little bit of a coach yourself, so that way you can understand A, how to help other people, and B, how to get your words across a little bit better, and it will help you in the long run. Because I know every time I teach something or I have class the night before, I end up bowling well. Tyler, the classes don't start until like 6:30. This session, they're starting at 6 o'clock. The next one, usually we start them at 6:30, and then if the class agrees, like both classes this week, they said they agreed to just start 6. But I usually have them set up for 6:30. Gives people time to get off work, maybe get a shower, and then head to Waterford. We've got people in these classes. One guy travels from Cleveland every week, so he's driving almost 3 hours every week for the class. And the reason why these classes are so popular and they're so important is because of day one. Day one is all about your fit. It's about checking your fit, talking to you about your fit, trying to get certain problems with your hand fixed. And generally we get them fixed that very week, or going into the next week, the second week. Once we have those things fixed, that's when we work on all the other things throughout the next 5 weeks. And then we decide, you get a ball of choice. So then you decide, what ball you can get to fit in your arsenal and all that stuff. So the first week is the key week because there's so many people that come to us that have issues. They see soreness in a certain spot, or they feel like they can't roll the ball a certain way because they can't, get their hand out. Their fit just doesn't quite, doesn't fit right. So they can't do what they want with the bowling ball. So, the majority of the people that come into class, they have fit issues, and so we fix them. So that's where you get your bang for your buck right there. Granted, you could always come in and get your fit checked and all that stuff, but that's going to cost you a little bit of money just to do that too. So you might as well get the entire 6 weeks plus a bowling ball out of it. So you remind me of Brad and Kyle. They do the same thing besides being on PBA. Interesting. Their channel's a little different than mine. Theirs is more fun. Mine's not really fun. Mine's more supposed to be more educational than anything. Theirs is educational too, but they kind of, with their vlogs and stuff while they're out on the road, theirs is more geared towards, life out on tour and stuff. They do a good job. I love their channel. I think it's cool. And they got a big group of guys that they have to, talk to and do the little podcasts and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. It's pretty neat. They got a big following. They got more than I got. I don't even have 50,000 yet. They're pushing 80,000 now or something like that. So, yeah. But yeah, these classes they're pretty sweet. So we will start another one probably next Monday, not tomorrow, but next Monday after that. I'll start pushing those and see if we can't get the word out. Even if it's just a small class, we only get 5 or 6 people in it instead of the full 8. I'm okay with that. Just because the smaller classes generally will get you more time on the lanes, more one-on-one time and all that stuff. But, yeah. So we'll have that, and the advanced class will start probably second week of August, leading into the season. And maybe we'll only make that one like 3 weeks, and we'll try to get everything in 3 weeks done for that. Basically the same price, but we'll get everything a little bit more lane time and all that stuff. But yeah, today was interesting, to say the least. I'm okay with how we finished out, I guess. I mean, I'm not okay with it, but I have to say that I am, just because that's the way it goes. But Brady Bob, it was the good old trusty purple hammer I used today. So that is where we went with that. I'm parched. But all right. I think I'm going to roll up out of here. I got about 2 hours left of this drive. I'm going to stop and get another water. But I just kind of wanted to share my day a little bit with y'all. Give you a rundown of what happened. And head over to BowlerX.com. Get your stuff. There's some bowling balls I just did reviews on. The new motive ball. The new, what was that? The Ripcord Velocity. It was pretty good. Super clean. Good pop down lane. And the new Swag Joker Wild. Very good ball. I like that one a lot. The Hellfire by Lane Masters. Another really good one. A little bit same cover as the Joker, but a little bit stronger overall. I don't know if it's just because the cover's a little duller and the core might be a little bit stronger, but same type of thing. I like the Hellfire playing a little straighter, and then as I have to go left, the Joker Wild is really good. And then as they really break down, that the Ripcord Velocity takes over from there. So, no, I haven't done the Ruthless. That was one I never did a review on. Yeah, Tyler, I will, on my Facebook page and on the BowlerX Facebook page, the BowlerX Training Center page, the one for my pro shop, I'll be posting info on that starting up. So you could message on there or shoot an email over to BowlerXTrainingCenter@gmail.com. You can get yourself signed up for the class there. And we'll kind of get everything taken care of. Anybody else that wants to sign up, same thing. But I'm going to get out of here. We will see you guys on the flip side. I'll try to do this a little bit more often, go live and have more chats. Just finding the time is the hard part. I have the time. I just got to prioritize a little bit. So we will, I guess, see you guys later. I'm going to try to find my exit here, my exit music and all that stuff. There we go. We'll see you guys later.
They say bowling is a dying sport.
A dying sport. Disagree. I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
BowlerX.com for the love of bowling.